Sulam Mutzav Arza, V'rosha Magia Hashamayma. The famous ladder in the prophetic dream of Yakov Avinu at the opening Parsha of Vayeitzei has got so many layers of profound meaning to it, and will only just scratch the surface a little bit, but clearly it had a mesmerizing and energizing effect on Yakov himself. If we think about it for a moment, Yakov at this point in life is actually at probably one of the lowest points he's ever been at and ever will be at. And it's very odd because Yakov has been given all these brachas. In last week's Parsha, he got the first Vayeitzei Lecha, and he got the second Vayeitzei Lecha, and he's been learning Torah from Avram and from Yitzchak. And according to Rashi's chronology, he's now 77 years old, having spent 14 years learning from Shem Va'iver. So he is Molei V'Godush. He's completely filled with Torah and Chachma and Emunah and Ruchnius, and he's got brachas that having Gevrila Achecha V'Shtachvu L'Cho B'nei Emecha and wealth and prosperity and everything. He's got the most magnificent brachas of his father. But what does he have in actual fact? The answer is nothing. Absolutely nothing. He has nothing at all. What happened to all these brachas? He has no wealth. He's totally penniless. He's single at the age of 75. He's not married yet. He hasn't found himself a zivug. He's somebody who is about to leave Eretz Yisrael for the first time in his life, and he's nervous about that. And he's going to a house of Avodah Zorah and Ramaut, and he's going to live there alone. You have to contend with Lovon and all his deceit and trickery, and you wonder what's going through his mind. Chazal say, "V'yifka b'bokeim," he davened Ma'ariv. That's the Gemara in Brachos Kavov, that Yaakov tikein tfilas Ma'ariv, "V'yifka b'bokeim." And it's interesting to imagine for a moment, what was he davening for? He was davening that HaKadosh Baruch Hu should give him the strength to bring all these brachas into fruition. But it's interesting to note that clearly when a Torah gives a bracha to a person, that bracha doesn't mean, hey presto, suddenly something wonderful is going to come and materialize out of thin air. It means it's giving a person a potential. It's giving a person a direction and a potential, but he has to work hard in order to transform that potential into a reality. And that's where Yaakov is at the moment. He's got the highest possible degree of brachas, but nothing has actually transformed yet into reality. But he understands that this dream is the foundation for the future reality. And that's what he means, V'ha'evan hazos, this stone, which has been the stone on which he laid his head and had the vision. So the stone represents the vision. Yeh Beis Elokim, that this stone will become real, will become a Beis Hashem. But what is really in this ladder? This ladder has always fascinated me enormously, and I'd like to share with you a few different perushim. First of all, Rashi says that the Malachim Olim v'Yordim is the changing of the guards from Malachim of Eretz Yisrael to the Malachim of Chutz La'aretz. And if you put that in the context where I've just been talking about, it really is to reassure Yaakov that it's true he's leaving Eretz Yisrael, and there are special malachim of Eretz Yisrael. The hashgacha pratis of Eretz Yisrael is of a certain level, but there's also malachei chutz la'aretz. There are malachim protecting Klal Yisrael in the diaspora, ad hayom hazeh. And he's encouraging him and saying, don't worry, it's true you're leaving Eretz Yisrael, but you're not leaving a spiritual life. You can take it with you. There are malachim also in Chutz La'aretz who will guide you and protect you. So that's the first, the first piece of reassurance he gets from the malachim olim v'yerdim bo. The second thing is brought down in the Ibn Ezra, who says that actually the word Sulam Samach Lamed Mem is gematria 130, which is the same gematria as the word Sinai, Samach Yud Nun Yud, and it was referring to the future moment when Klal Yisrael will stand at Har Sinai, and Klal Yisrael will be Tachtis Ahar, the foot of the mountain. That is the Mutzav Arza. V'Rosha Magia Shamayim, Moshe Rabbeinu will be able to go La Shamayim and go up. That's the Olim, and the Yoredim is he'll bring down the Torah, bring down the Dvar Hashem. So this was a promise a symbolic promise from HaKadosh Baruch Hu that the moment will come when the Dvar Hashem is brought down to Am Yisrael at some future date, that his descendants will be zeicher to that amazing moment. So that was also part of his encouragement. On another level, says the Ibn Ezra, that the Sulam, this ladder, represents the neshama of every Jewish man and woman. The neshama itself is grounded within the guf, within the body, but it is only mutzav arza. It's only established on the ground. But Rosha Magia Shemaima, but through the Rosh, through the understanding and the emunah and the kavana of tefillah and the kavana of learning, etc., we can reach Bashamayim. We can reach the heavens. We can reach HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that is, every neshama can do that. And what's the Olim v'Yoredim? So the Ohr HaChaim says every mitzvah that a person does, when you do a mitzvah, these are you create a malach. That's the Mishnah in Pirkei Avos. Kol ha'oseh mitzvah achas, creates one sanegor, one malach that can be a counsel for the defense for you, says the Mishnah. So all the malachim going up are the malachim of all the mitzvahs that we do, and when they come down again, they bring with them a bracha into this world. So every mitzvah creates a bracha. So he's been given all these messages. He's been told that there'll be protection in Chutz La'aretz, that he will that the neshama is able to connect with Lamala. Interesting. One of the Meforshim also mentions that within his own name, this Sulam is actually hardwired into his own name. How is that? Because he's got the name Yakov and Yisrael. The word Yakov is Mutzav Arza, because that's the Akev, that's the heel that is on the ground, that is the foundation in the Olam HaMaisa, in the Olam Hazeh, right? But Yisrael contains the word Rosh, right? Rosha Magia Shemaima. So you have the Akev and the Rosh in the words Yaakov and Yisrael. So the Sulam becomes, in a sense, a symbol of Yaakov's own personality. So much is in this particular message. So much so that he gets a special energy from this bracha, which enables him later on by Yisra Yaakov Raglov. So Rashi says Libo Noso Raglov, that his heart was so energized and so excited from the nevuah, from the dream of the Sulam, that he was able to go with his full energy and do what he did, build a family, right? And this is also the Ohr HaChaim says that the malachim going up and down is a representation of tefillah. That the words of the tefillah that we say every day are malachim going up to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and the malachim coming down is the response from HaKadosh Baruch Hu with the malachim. So we see that this is such a powerful key. But it's interesting to note that at this point he has nothing at all. But it's all in potential, but he realizes that he's now been given the green light to start building a Beis Hashem, to start building a home, a family, a bayis that will become Bnei Yakov, and then Bnei Yisrael, and then Am Yisrael, and then ultimately Sinai and the Beis HaMikdash. This process can now begin from potential min hakoyach el hapar, from potential into reality. And I'd just like to add one little idea which I saw in the Ohr HaChaim, which is very, very interesting. He brings down the Zohar. The Zohar says that these opening psukim of Vayeitzei are a moshel. In addition to the pshat, there's also a moshel, derech a remez, to the journey of a neshama. So the Zohar says Vayeitzei Yakov mi Be'er Sheva is a reference to the neshama. Yaakov is the neshama of Klal Yisrael that comes from Be'er Sheva. What is the Be'er? The Be'er is Be'er Mayim Chayim, is the source of all life in the upper worlds. Sheva means from the word Shavua, that Chazal say that before the neshama comes into this world, Mashbi'in also, HaKadosh Baruch Hu makes a person make a Shavua, that he won't do Averis, right? That's why the Gemara in Nedarim says, Mushba va'omed, that the person already has a Shavua from the womb, and he learns the whole Torah. So here is the neshama in the womb, learning the whole Torah, making a Shavua. Vayelech Choron. So Choron is, says the Ohr HaChaim, a reference to this world, to the Olam Hazeh, which creates for HaKadosh Baruch Hu a lot of Charon Af, anger, because most people actually engage in matters which are not spiritual and lose their ruchnius in this world. And then he goes, Vayifka b'makom. What does the neshama have to do here in this world? Vayifka b'makom, has to daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, right? Vayolen sham kibo Hashemesh, and stay there ad me'ah v'esrim, right? That is the job of the neshama. Vayikach me'avnei hamakom, and to take what is the avnei hamakom? So if makom means HaKadosh Baruch Hu, right? Hamakom, baruch hamakom, baruch Hu, we say on Leil Seder. Avnei hamakom are the stones of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, meaning divrei Torah, the stones with which HaKadosh Baruch Hu builds the world. To take the divrei Torah, vayosam mara shosov, and to put it in your head, to engage your head with divrei Torah, right? And this is all a description. This is all a description of the neshama coming into this world and challenged by the presence of the Olam Hazeh, and having to work it through with divrei Torah. And a very beautiful mashal. But I was thinking, why would that mashal dafka be here in the beginning of Vayeitzei? What's this connection? This idea of the neshama coming down into this world could be put anywhere in the Chumshei Torah. And I think the answer is that this is exactly what happened to the neshama. The neshama gets all the brachas and all the yichus and all everything from earlier generations, and he makes a shavua to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He learns kol ha'Torah kula and comes down into this world. And what has the baby got? Nothing. He's got nothing. He can't even talk. Can't even walk, can't even talk. But it's all there b'koyach. It's all there in potential, right? Like Yakov was at this stage in his life. He was like the little tinok shenoilad, that he's got everything in potential, and now he has to start developing his koichas, to developing his abilities, and that's what Yakov does in Parashat Vayeitzei. And by the time 20 years later, when he leaves Beis Lavan, he's got 4 wives, he's got 11 sons and 1 daughter, he's got a wealth, and he's on the way back to Eretz Yisrael, back to Yitzchak and Rivka, and this is for him a tremendous a period of his time where he takes all these brachas and transform them in hakayach el apoyal, like the neshama of every human being, from the small baby into a human being who is an Oved Hashem b'hatzlacha. And that is really the hidden message of Parashat Vayeitzei. And I wish you all hatzlacha rabba v'chol tov.